How do you seek mental help when you've been hurt by those who helped before? I was betrayed by a therapist that went to my parents behind my back when I was young. They shamed me for things I said. So someone said is a therapist required to tell a parent when their kid says something? I'm going to make the assumption that legally a therapist has to tell your parents. However, I would agree that this is betrayal and that they did you dirty, because you should have 100% been given a disclaimer that anything you say can and will go back to your parents. Oh wait, no, unless the kid is in direct danger. Well, let's assume that they were. Let's assume that they were going to shoot up their school. I don't know. Even that. Let's say they were going to do the most heinous crime known to man. They were still 100% betrayed, not because their parents were told, but because they weren't given a disclaimer that their parents would be told. So I had this in a very tiny, this is totally irrelevant, it doesn't matter, I don't care, but I experienced this on the tiniest scale myself, where I still remember because it pissed me off so much. It was one of those teachers, it was like the general advisor, and they wanted us to be like comfortable with them. Like if you're having issues, they're like, I'm not a therapist, but feel free to like, I'm happy to talk through things if you need. And they gave us these pages. Anything you write on here, I'm not going to share with your parents, which looking back is a little bit creepy. However, as a kid, it's like, oh, cool. It's this comfortable thing I can submit to my teacher if there's something I need to, because look, I mean, there's lots of things that kids are experiencing with their parents that like maybe the parent is abusing them or whatever. So for me, what I wrote is I just didn't have this level of trust in them, but you had to write something down. So I wrote down something that my parents already knew, but it seemed like it's something I didn't want my parents to know. And within a day, my parents were told. It didn't matter, obviously, for me, because it was a fake answer. But I was really angry when the teacher did betray me by completely going against what the paper said. So the reason you're feeling betrayal, obviously, is because you didn't know that they were going to be told. I'm not saying they shouldn't have told your parents. I'm saying they should have. I don't remember what I wrote down. I'm saying that they should have given a disclaimer. It was something like, I have no friends and I'm sad. I don't know. It wasn't actually anything of value. The reason I remember it is because immediately my teacher went and told my parents when I wasn't a danger to myself. It wasn't a danger to others, but they just wanted to like suck out this information so they could give it back to I feel like that's really dangerous. Like if it was something negative, the parent could certainly like retaliate on the kid, right? Oh, but yeah, how do you seek mental help when you've been hurt by this? What I wish is that there was more anonymous therapy. I don't get why there isn't. Like, what if there was a middleman? Like, what if the billing center was like a separate person? Because yeah, to get billed and to do your insurance, they need your info. What if just your therapist didn't learn about your personal information? I think that would be interesting. I mean, personally, what I do is, aside from Alice, because I'll tell Alice things that I want nobody else to know, aside from her, anything I say to anyone, I assume it's going to be broadcasted to the world, whether that's my sister, whether that's my parents, whether that's a therapist. I assume that the entire world is going to find out, which maybe that doesn't help. I just don't trust people enough. So I kind of, I can't understand because I wasn't in your position, but I get what you're saying. I don't trust people on a level where I assume that anything I say ever, period, is going to be directly sent to the inbox of every YouTube viewer I have, basically. I'm a very closed person, generally speaking, which might sound ironic because I talk about a lot of things on stream, but I don't know. Anything you hear, I don't say anything more, but you get the most personal, real me as anyone else. You get the same personal, real me that my mom does. Anonymous therapy wouldn't have enough content. No, like, you trust your girlfriend, hope you don't break up and have it end ugly. Well, that is possible, I guess. I can't argue. Okay, I think everybody does need at least one person to say more personal things to. I think if you bottle everything up, it's not going to be healthy. So I do have that one outlet, I guess. But I get what you're saying. I'm putting up a level of risk, but to me, their level of risk is quite low. So when I need advice that I'm not comfortable telling, like if I want more than just Alice's opinion, yeah, I just anonymously ask on online forums. I was going to say ask anonymously in forums, but forums usually give really bad advice. Like, don't quarrel your suicidal thoughts.